evening and welcome to Oscar Adams Gym. Judge Green Court, Jason Liggett joined by Natasha Williams, Urbana High School senior. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, Natasha.
No problem.
And we are set for Peoria Manual visiting your Urbana Tigers. It should be a good one, a very tough contest here. It will be for Urbana, but they've been on a little bit of a streak after opening 0-3 on the road at the Tournament of Champions over at Washington High School. They've won 4 in a row, and tip goes to Urbana. Driving straight to the hoop and trying to get something going is number 23, Mario Turner. Starters for Coach Verdell Jones tonight, number 2, Jermail Young. Chris Cross, number 12. You've got Mario Turner at 23. Bryson Tatum, number 30, and 44 in Jeremiah Hamilton. 7:48 left to play here in the first. We appreciate you tuning in, especially those streaming live on Facebook. You can stream these games live on @Urbana Public TV. On Facebook, of course, they're up later on the rest of the Tigers Media Network. And out at guard for Manual is Myreese Bird. Peoria Manual strikes first, an early 2-0 lead. Chris Cross to the outside, and he finds Turner, but Turner not able to sink the three ball there. Up top is Bird. Bird pulls up, jumper, no good. Rebound to Tatum, and a little bit of a loose ball there, and hauling it in is Jeremiah Hamilton. Here's Bryson Tatum, kicks it outside again, and that is good from downtown. It's Mario Turner. Tigers up 3-2 early on here in the first. 6:49 left to play at Judge Green Court in the first quarter. And starting lineup for Coach Willie Coleman and the Peoria Manual Rams. Myreese Bird is number 3, number 5, Andreas Bailey. Amarian Bird, number 11. 14 is Rolando Pee-wee Brown, and Storm Hangin at number 15. And Tatum getting to the rim right there. His first points of the game to make it a 5-4 game early on. And as this game progresses, Natasha, what do the Tigers have to do to find themselves on top here at the end?
They just got to do a lot of defense. They played this team last year and they lost, and they see what they got to work on. They got to put in a lot of good work.
And we see a three-point shot there from Pee-wee Brown. Well, and you mentioned defense, and one thing that Urbana has really proved over the last 4 games or so is that when they get a good defensive outing, they can end up with the W.
Yeah.
Rebound to Jeremiah Hamilton, and he gets that to Young. Young across half court, kicks it over to Cross. Cross driving inside, looks to the outside, finds Tatum. Tatum for 3, no good. Urbana battling for the rebound, and coming up with it is number 14 in Pee-wee Brown. Tatum gets it right back with the steal. He's driving inside, trying to draw the foul on that layup, not able to do so. He misses, and now it goes back to Peoria Manual. And looks like they're going to call a foul right there on Mario Turner. Was not a shooting foul, so getting it out on the baseline will be Storm Hangin. Gets it to the man down low, and he gets the bucket and the foul. So they're headed to the line for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. That foul goes on Hamilton for the Tigers. And Natasha, this is our first broadcast of Urbana High School boys basketball. We already had a girls basketball game and a wrestling meet earlier this week. What do you think are the realistic expectations for Coach Verdell Jones's team as they look to defend their regional championship from last year?
They just got to put in work. They just got to put their head up and don't no matter what happens, get their head down.
All right, well, we'll see if they can do that here tonight as they battle the Peoria Manual Rams in Big 12 conference play. The Rams 5-1 on the season, 1-0 in the conference. Urbana enters tonight 4-3, running to the rim all the way. It's Chris Cross getting it done with a layup. And the Tigers 2-0 in the conference entering tonight. 4:27 left to play here in the first quarter. They trail by 2. It's a 9-7 ball game. Another whistle there. You don't want to get in early foul trouble, but we see 3 quick fouls on the Tigers. So that one goes on Tatum. Hanging underneath. Kicks it out to the top of the key, and the ball now in the hands of Andreas Bailey. Bailey, the senior guard for the Rams. He cuts to the outside as they move around in a, wow, that was a long three-pointer. He had a guy on him, but Tatum's hands weren't up, and he sunk that ball. That was number 15, Storm Hangen. And Urbana commits a turnover. See if they can get that ball back. They do not get it back, but Peoria Manual doesn't score there. So 12-7, and Manual ball underneath their own basket. This game moving at a pretty good clip so far. 3:44 left to play here in the first. Both teams with 5 timeouts left. None's been taken, as that ball looks like it was knocked out of bounds by Cross of Urbana. Outside shot from the Rams. High arcing three-pointer from Maurice Bird is good. Urbana looking for some offense on this possession, and they answer right back from downtown. It's Mario Turner. Turner's got 6 on the night. Turner at the top of the key to Maurice Bird. And nice offensive rebound and put back there from Amarian Bird. Jamel Young advances that ball quickly to Cross. Cross pulls up for the 3. He gets to the rebound, puts it back up, and just dribbles out of the rim there. So good effort there by Chris Cross, but just wasn't the time for the ball to go in the hoop there. We have a whistle blown, and it looks like an offensive foul. And that one going against Storm Hangen for the Peoria Manual Rams. Tatum pulls up and he gets the friendly roll. Tatum with his 4th point of the night to make it a 5-point ball game. Tigers trail 17-12. And some good defensive effort there from Mario Turner as he knocks that ball out of bounds. Will be Peoria Manual ball. And how important is it just to keep pace here in the first quarter to set the tone for the game, Natasha?
It's very important.
You certainly don't want to get behind by too many, and Tigers making a game of it at this point. They just trail by 5. Oh, you don't want to see that, though. He pulled up for that shot, and looks like Young might have just nipped him just a little bit. So first foul on Jermel Young. And headed to the line is Maurice Bird. Bird, a senior at Manual High School. Cross inbounds it, and here comes Jermel Young for the Tigers. He pulls up right away, and he gets it to go. From downtown, it's Jermel Young. That pulls the Tigers within 3. It's an 18-15 game. 2:05 left here in the first. Tigers keeping the tempo up pace here. We'll see how Peoria Manual answers that, and they answer it right there. That's Marshawn Tolliver with the layup. And another one. He likes that shot. I like that shot, and this crowd likes this shot. Jermel Young sinks another one from just about the same spot on the floor. He's got 6 points in this first quarter. And Natasha, I see you were all smiles. You like that shot as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 20-18 ball game. Advantage Peoria Manual. Myreese Bird trying to go to the hoop, and that one's swatted away by Young. He's doing it on the offensive and defensive side of things. We've got a pile of bodies there, and they're going to call a jump ball. Looks like possession arrow is in favor of the Rams. So inbounding this one from the baseline is Myreese Bird, the senior guard. He gets it down low to the big man, and the big man being number 50, Joshua Ivory, the 6'7" senior, bounces it off the glass for his first bucket of the evening. Entering the final minute of the first quarter here. Chris Cross driving to the hoop, trying to get something going off the glass, gets his own rebound. That's the second time tonight we've seen Cross relentless on the offensive glass. Oh, and Jermel Young was going for the triple threat right there. He didn't get it as he fell to the court. Bird thinking about throwing up a 3. At this pace, we're going to have a pretty high-scoring game. We'll see if the two teams settle in here, but they're knocking down shots left and right now. It's a 22-18 ball game. We're still in the first. Here come the Tigers back. Chris Cross kicks it over to Young. Jermel Young now over to Tatum. Tatum going to set up the offense here. 6 seconds remaining here in the first. He gets the screen. He's inside. He's layup, and he is fouled. And I tell you what, Hamilton was there to throw it down to get this crowd excited, but the bucket does not count as Tatum was fouled on his shot, so they already blew the whistle. But good to see the big fella up there and show off what he can do. Most of the time when Urbana will miss a shot, you say, oops, I hope he was fouled, right? But that time, we didn't even want him to blow that whistle. So 1.6 left on the clock here, and Bryson Tatum on the line. Tatum sinks the first one. And knocks down the second one as well. So Tatum 2 for 2 from the line, and Peoria Manual throwing one up, and oh my, that one almost went in, hit off the front of the rim there, but that'll end the first quarter. The Tigers down by 2. It's a 22-20 ball game here. And Natasha, what did you like about that first quarter?
I like the effort and the pace they had for the first quarter of the game.
They definitely had a pace that kept me busy.
Yeah.
Back and forth action, and there were a lot of times where the Tigers were throwing up shots before the rest of their teammates were even on this side of the court, and I like it. That is a Virgil Jones style of basketball, as we've seen here the last couple of seasons at Urbana High School, and they've had a lot of success with it. I mentioned last year they won the regional championship, won that down in Olney, Illinois. A last-second shot from Jermel Young. That one rattled in. Well, before the game, I asked you who you were picking for this one, and you said the Tigers.
Yeah.
And I said the Tigers. I had a 62-49 Tigers victory tonight, and judging after that first quarter, my score is going to be way off.
Yeah.
We'll see if they slowed out a little bit, but this is on pace to get into the 80s for sure. Chris Cross going to inbound this one for Urbana. He gets it to the backcourt, and Jermel Young. And Young dribbles up, gets it to Tatum. Nice pass there. Tatum recovers, goes up with it, and not able to get it to roll in. A very nice pass there from Young. Hamilton rips down the rebound, and Tatum looking for another one. And he gets it. Nice shot from Bryson Tatum at the corner. Ties things up at 22 apiece. And here's Manuel looking to slow the pace down a little bit. But Urbana applies pressure and say, you better speed it up. Here's Myreese Bird as he's defended by Mario Turner. A lot of activity underneath the hoop. Here comes Bird driving all the way, and he gets the bucket to go. That's Bird's 6th point of the evening. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Going up for a layup on that one is Young, and he misses. Myreese Bird with the ball, dribbling up the court for the Peoria Manual Rams. We appreciate you tuning in here on the Tigers Media Network. Jason Liggett joined by Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And they get it to the big man down low once again, and shuffling down that baseline is Joshua Ivory. His second bucket of the night. He's 2 for 2 from the field. Tatum pulls up for a three, and he's got it. And that's certainly one offensive scoring threat that not all teams can prepare for. So many three-point shooters on this Tigers team. What's it like to have so many guys who can stretch out the floor there, Natasha?
That's very good, and we got a good win.
Wild shot thrown up there from Pee Wee Brown. He was looking for a foul, nothing going. Here comes Tatum all the way down, and he draws the foul. So Tatum for his second trip at the line. Tigers trail by 1. It's a 26-25 ball game here. 5:48 left in the second quarter. For more information on Urbana High School athletics, you can follow them on Twitter. It's at Athletics Urbana. Tatum ties things up at 26 apiece. Urbana applying pressure now with 5:44 left in the second. There's Tolliver for the Rams. Tolliver with some nice moves, drives inside, nothing going. Coming up with that rebound for the Tigers is Makai Smith. Smith throws one up and doesn't get it to go. And the Rams call the first time out of the evening coming in the second quarter. Well, we started this game about 20 minutes late. Didn't start at the scheduled 7:30 time, but that's because JV game ran a little long, as they tend to do, but I think we're still going to get out of here at the time I was thinking, just because of the pace of the game here.
Yeah.
And Natasha, you've got finals coming up this next week, right?
Yes.
And you're really excited for those?
Yes, I'm ready to get it over with.
Well, there you go. That's one way to look at it. What finals do you have? Anything going to give you some trouble?
Probably math. Gotta be the one.
Do you say math's going to give you a little bit of trouble? Well, I would have been right there with you. Tolliver gets it down low. They kick it outside to number 11 in Amarian Bird. And Amarian Bird gets the three-pointer. So it's a 29-26 game now. 4:40 left to play. Urbana looking for that three. The ball's back in the hands of Bryson Tatum. Tatum's up top. He kicks it over to Young, and they find Chris Cross in the corner. Excuse me, that's number 14 over there in the corner, Deshaun Saunders. Cross on the bench, so we see some reserves here. And Peoria taking advantage of that. They get a quick steal, and throwing it up and in is Joshua Ivory. So 5 quick points here out of the timeout for Peoria Manual. And their coach Willie Coleman has to be happy with that. Knocking that one out of play is Amarian Bird, so it will be Tigers basketball, and set to inbound it is Makai Smith, the senior guard off the bench. He gets it into Young now. Young calls for the screen from Hamilton. Young inside the lane, and a foul is called. He's going to go to the line for 2. Jermail Young, a junior here at Urbana High School, sinks his 7th point tonight at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Well, we certainly appreciate people streaming us live on Facebook, but we would love to see you here in person as well. So be sure to check out the Tiger basketball schedule. Visit their website, il.8to18.com/Urbana. See what games are coming up, and hopefully we'll see you out here at the O. Another timeout called here from Peoria Manual, and Coach Willie Coleman doesn't look happy. So Tigers trailing by 3 here. I tell you what, so far it looks like this one's going to come down to the wire. Some back and forth play. Tigers have tied it up here in the second, but they have not led here in the second quarter. Storm Hengen going to inbound this ball from the sideline below us for Peoria Manual. He gets it into Marshawn Tolliver. Tolliver back to Hengen. Hengen thought about the long three as we saw him hit earlier. Back out to the top of the key by Tolliver, and he's pressured by Deshaun Sanders. Outlet pass to Sanders. Sanders for the bucket at the other end, and he gets the friendly roll. Deshaun Sanders, his first bucket of the evening, and it's a 31-30 game. Advantage Peoria Manual. 3:18 left to play here in the second quarter at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Jason Liggett joined by Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And Natasha, they haven't found a defensive threat yet for number 15, Storm Hengen. That's his second or third long three, but he just throws them up like it's nobody's business. 34-30 now after Young's miss at the Tigers end. Nice save there by Young, but I think he steps out of bounds. But nice idea anyway from Jermail Young. And will be Peoria Manual basketball. Natasha pulling double duty for us tonight, not only on the microphone with me, but also operating our cameras. We appreciate her this evening. And throwing that one down from downtown is number 14. That's Rolando Pee-wee Brown. So a couple of three-pointers, and the Rams out to a 7-point lead. It's 37-30 with 2:41 remaining here. And I was busy looking down at my sheet and everything else, but Natasha informed us a technical foul called.
On 14.
On number 14, that'll be Pee-wee Brown. Some undesired showmanship after the shot there. Is that what did it? Okay. Well, Bryson Tatum taking those technical foul shots and doesn't hit any of them, unfortunately, but will be Tigers' ball here, and Chris Cross headed over. Jamel Young in the backcourt, and he crosses the half-court line. He's calling for a screen and gets one set from Jeremiah Hamilton from downtown Young, and he's off the mark. The bank not open late on this Friday. Jeremiah Hamilton rips down the rebound. Gives it to Tatum. Nice ball handling from Tatum all the way, weaving all the way to the hoop. Bryson Tatum. He's in double digits. He's got 14 on the night. 5-point ball game now. 37-32. Advantage Peoria Manual. Some miscommunication there from Myreese Bird, but looks like that's going to be called a foul. Mario Turner reached out to hold Bird and gets caught. Five team fouls on each team. So Tigers have settled down a little bit in that regard. They got 3 early fouls in the first quarter. .138 remaining here in the first half. It's 37-32. Bird's out on the far side with the ball. He kicks it over to Tolliver now. A slow melodic pace here for Peoria Manual. Get Urbana out of their comfort zone, I'm sure is the plan. Very nice pass there. Wide open three-pointer, and he's able to knock it down. That's Amarian Bird for 3. He's got 7 tonight. Bryson Tatum drives inside and draws the foul. So Tatum doing a very good job of getting to the hoop and drawing those fouls. How important is, almost a two-pronged approach there. You can hit down the three-pointer, but if it's not falling for you, make sure you get inside. How important is that for a team like this?
Very important, because it help your points. Very important.
Helps your points and keeps the defense guessing, right? Which way are you going to go? And after a tough technical foul shot trip, he knocks down the first one here. Keeps the Tigers within 7. And 2 for 2 that trip from Bryson Tatum. Tolliver out top. He kicks it over to Amarian Bird. Bird now handling the ball. Over to Myreese Bird. Myreese Bird being defended by Urbana's Chris Cross. He's got some fancy ball handling move. And Coach Verdell Jones not happy about something over there, letting the referee hear it. And Natasha getting into the game as the rest of the Tiger faithful here. 13 seconds left to play in this first half. Tiger basketball here. Here's Jamel Young. Whistle called, and it's going to be a foul against the Rams. And that's their 7th foul. So they're over the limit, and headed to the line is junior Jamel Young for Urbana. And there you go. He closes the gap to 5 and gets a second foul shot for it. If you're interested in other Urbana High School athletic events, the videos for those are on our YouTube page, youtube.com/UPTV6. Urbana Public Television, powered by UHS Broadcasting, the Urbana High School journalism class, which Natasha is a member of. And Natasha, have you been writing any articles this semester as well?
Yes, I just published the first home game against Centennial today.
Okay, very good. And were you at that game?
Yes.
I understand it was pretty eventful, packed house that night?
Yes.
All right, those crosstown rivalry games, always something to behold. Last 6 seconds of the first half here. Here's Tolliver for the Rams, and he's called for the travel. So with 1.8 seconds left, will be Urbana ball here. Burdell Jones shouting directions from the sideline, and he calls a timeout. He wants to talk things over, and I tell you what, you can't take them with you, so might as well use them. Jones going to call a timeout, trying to put together a play for the last 1.8 seconds of the first half. You can hear the Urbana High School band in the background. Always happy to have them courtside here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. And I think I'll still be hearing them tomorrow. They play loud. All right, they've got something drawn up, and Cross going to take it out from the opposite baseline. We'll see what they draw up. Not too much time here, just 1.8 seconds remaining. Here's Chris Cross with the ball, looking to inbound it. They're not finding an open guy, and that's a 5-second call. Not what you wanted there, but good defense there from the Rams, and they just didn't have the open man. So it's going to be Peoria manual ball now. And they're going to get it underneath their hoop, so a lot easier to draw up a play for this, and they've already got something rehearsed here. Taking it out for Peoria manual is Storm Hangen, and I don't know what the delay is here. What are we waiting on? We've got, apparently in question is number 14, Rolando Brown. They took him back over to the scoring table. And now coming out onto the floor is number 20 and Brosley Owens. Owens' first minutes of the game. Hangen gets this in. Will they get the shot off in time? And no good. So a very fast-paced first half here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Tigers trail by 4 going into halftime. It's 40-36. Very small deficit to overcome, but how can the Tigers get on top in this second half and get the W here tonight?
They just got to be more defensive, more out of tool, and don't let them get in their head. They just got to play the game.
All right, there you go. Play the game, and we'll be playing the second half coming up next. It's Peoria Manual 40, Urbana Tigers 36. It's halftime here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. For my broadcast partner, Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams, I'm Jason Liggett. We'll be back with more second half action after halftime on the Tigers Media Network. Welcome back to Oscar Adams Gymnasium for the second half of tonight's Big 12 Conference game between your Urbana Tigers and the Peoria Manual Rams. Jason Liggett alongside Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And the Rams inbound that one and then promptly throw it out of bounds into the cheerleaders, their own cheerleaders. It is a 40-36 game after the first half, favored Peoria Manual Rams. Tigers basketball here. Jermel Young dribbling up court. He tells everyone, get down, I'm coming. and he hands that off to Turner. They lose the ball. Peoria Manual on a fast break here. And good contest from number 12, Chris Cross, but they get the bucket. That's Myreese Bird. Cross on the offensive side. And battles for a rebound there after a miss from Jeremiah Hamilton. We got a whistle on the floor here. No, he's going to get 2 now. So a couple of foul shots coming up for Myreese Bird of Peoria Manual. He's got 8 points in the game. Looking to add a couple more. Well, Natasha, and if you're Coach Verdell Jones going into halftime and halftime talk, what do you think he was telling this Tigers team down by 4 headed into the second half?
Defense and score. And don't miss their layups and their free throws.
There you go. Get the easy buckets while you can. And make sure you're causing them to work on the offensive side of things. Tigers down by 7. Driving all the way to the hoop is Mario Turner. That's Turner's 8th point of the night, and the Tigers down by 5. It's 38-43. 7 minutes left to play here in the third. And called for the foul is Pee Wee Brown. Rolando Brown in double digits for Peoria Manual. He's got 10. Leading all scorers is Urbana's Bryson Tatum with 16. Also in double digits for Urbana is number 2 with 10 points, Jermail Young. And on the corner, almost sinking that one, is Chris Cross. It thought about it, knocked a couple of times on the rim, and then bounced out. Peoria Manual trying to go inside to Bird. He can't hang on, and here come the Tigers. Thinking about a 3 was Hamilton. Not really sure if that's his game, but Young, that's his game, and he's got another one. Jermail Young sinking another one from downtown to bring the Tigers within 2 here. 43-41 ball game. Looking over at Coach Willie Coleman was Myreese Bird. Peoria Rams trying to answer back now on the offensive side of things. Seems like the Rams have a little bit slower pace than what the Tigers usually operate on. Don't know if that's their regular pace or they're trying to throw the Tigers off a little bit. So picking up his 3rd foul is Mario Turner. Rams kick it out front to Andreas Bailey. Bailey, senior guard at Manual High School. He's going to run point this possession. Gets command from Bird and then feeds it inside to Pee Wee Brown, who gets the bucket. Coming up court is the Urbana Tigers now. That's junior Jermail Young. Hands it off to Chris Cross. Chris Cross, a nice ball movement. Nice ball handling, rather. He might looking to go one-on-one. He does just that. Dribbles into the lane and gets the layup. Chris Cross feeding it right to the bucket. Here's Urbana underneath their own hoop. Cross looking to inbound it. He feeds it over to Mario Turner. Turner out top now. He's looking for some help. Knocks it over to Bryson Tatum. Here's Tatum, his first shot of the second half, I believe, and it bounces out. Not going. Peoria Manual picks up the pace here. They get over to Tolliver, and Tolliver tosses it to the near side, and there's that nonchalant three that consistently thrown up by Storm Hengen. It didn't go that time, but it has many times. The bucket and the foul. He's headed to the line. That's Mario Turner. He's having himself a night tonight. And he gets a three-point play right there. Jamel Young intercepts that one for the Tigers. And they call it out of bounds on the Tigers, but Young says, hey, it didn't go off me. It went off them. So we'll see what they rule here. And it is going to be Tiger basketball. All right. And this crowd likes that. Tigers set up their inbound plays. It goes to Tatum. Tatum for three. Money! Tigers up now, 49-45. 4:18 left to play here in the third. So Tigers led early, I think around 3-2, and then Peoria Manual seems like they've always been 3 or 4 points ahead of them, but Tigers have pulled ahead here in the third quarter at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. We'll see what they can do to retain this lead and hopefully build upon this lead still early on here in the second half. Marshawn Tolliver up top for Peoria Manual. He kicks it over to Bird. Bird feeds it back to Tolliver. Tolliver with a long three. Doesn't get it to go. Tatum rips down the rebound and kicks it out to Young. Here comes Jermel Young feeding Cross at the three-point line. Cross thought about it. He's dribbling inside. Nice turnaround jumper. Chris Cross. Very nice move there by Chris Cross to give the Tigers a 6-point advantage. 3:28 left to play here in the third, and underneath the hoop, some good muscle movement there from Rolando Brown. Rolando has 14 on the night. His magic number is he's wearing number 14. Cross over to Tatum. Tatum inside, and he gets it swiped away. That's Brown on the swipe away. Down on the floor is Brown and Chris Cross. And whistle blown there. And Manuel able to call the timeout before jump ball was called. So Manuel in possession of the ball after this timeout. They trail the Tigers by 4. It's a 51-47 ball game. 3:01 left to play. Jason Liggett and Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And Natasha, tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the atmosphere here tonight and Friday night basketball in general.
It's a good atmosphere. Like, it's the same thing at Centennial. Like, our home games are starting to have, like, good atmospheres. And, like, it's, like, a supported atmosphere. So, yeah.
Absolutely. You had mentioned that you were at Centennial earlier this week. Well, at Urbana, rather, earlier this week as they played Centennial.
Yes.
And the outcome of that one was an Urbana victory, 59-47. Those games are always so amped, any crosstown rivalry game with Centennial or Central. But what's it like as a student and a spectator and a student journalist to watch the Tigers come out on top in those crosstown rivalries.
It feels good. Like, it feels good.
All right, so not much different than I feel when we come out on top in those crosstown rivalries.
Yeah.
51-47, Urbana Tigers lead. Under 3 minutes to play. Peoria Manual ball here. They send it up top to Bird. Myreese Bird doesn't get it to go. Good offensive rebound there by Peoria Manual. They feed it back to Bird. Bird sets the offense in motion here. He kicks it over to number 11. And he gets a nice roll in. That's Amarian Bird. Amarian, a junior, brings the game within 2. Here's Chris Cross, and it's all Chris Cross. Doesn't have enough mustard on that one. It hits off the rim. And Manual with a chance to tie it up. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And they do just that. They get the ball inside to Pee Wee Brown, and Brown gets the bucket. He's got 16 on the night, leading the way for the Rams. Tatum tosses it across court to Young. Young for 3. He's got it! Jermel Young from downtown once again. He's having himself a night. Young's got 16. Pee Wee Brown pulls up, long jumper. No good, rebound to the Rams, and throwing that up and drawing the foul is Storm Hangen. Hangen, the senior forward. He's looking to get into double digits. He has 9 so far here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. For more information on Urbana High School athletics, up-to-date scores, you can follow them on Twitter. It's @AthleticsUrbana. You can also follow Urbana Public Television on Twitter @Urbana Public TV. We appreciate you tuning in here on the Tigers Media Network, whether it's streaming live on Facebook, later on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UPTV6, or traditionally on cable, Comcast Xfinity channels 6 and 1096, AT&T UVerse channel 99, and i3 Broadband channel 6, UrbanaPublicTelevision.org. It's a 54-53 game here. The Tigers up by 1 with 1:09 left to play in the third. Chris Cross from the corner. No good. He rushes to try to get that rebound, but it is in the hands of Amarian Bird. Bird gives it up to Rolando Brown, and Brown kicks it over to Andres Bailey. Bailey now feeds it to Bird up top. He's driving all the way, tries to draw the foul, not going. Bryson Tatum rips down the rebound. Tatum moving the pace for the Tigers, and a foul is called. So will be Tiger basketball here. Chris Cross set to inbound this on the baseline, and that foul will be Myreese Bird's first. Cross gets it into Young. Young steps back, launches a 3. He misses one. That's a rarity, but it happens. 30 seconds left to play here in the third. The Rams trail by 1. They're looking to take a lead into the fourth quarter. Urbana's looking to retain their lead headed to the fourth quarter. Here's Brown. He kicks it outside to Bird with 17 seconds remaining here in the third. Peoria Manual slows down the pace once again. And I mentioned it earlier, Urbana likes to move, and I think occasionally this game, Peoria wants to put a stop to their pace and kind of knock them off guard a little bit. Final shot there from Andreas Bailey, the senior guard for Peoria Manual, doesn't go. So the Tigers make up some ground. They outscore the Rams by 5 in the third quarter, and Urbana is headed to the fourth quarter with a 1-point lead against a very tough Peoria Manual Rams team. What's that say about the Tigers' play here tonight, Natasha?
Their play is good. They playing real good. They playing for the win, but they just keep that in their head and they keep fighting for the win.
All right, go fight, win, Urbana Tigers. And I mentioned this was the first Urbana High School boys game that we'll be covering this winter. We'll be back with boys basketball on Friday, February 7th. It's a crosstown rivalry game against Champaign Central. So you can stream us live on Facebook on February 7th, Urbana versus Champaign Central. We'll then close out the season on senior night, Tuesday, February 25th, as they host Normal Community. We'll also have some girls game left on the schedule, Thursday, January 9th against PBL, Paxton Buckley Loda, and Saturday, February 8th, girls basketball versus Bloomington. As we start the fourth quarter, Urbana up by 1. Jermail Young up top for the Tigers. He's being heavily defended by Bailey. He kicks it over to Tatum on the far side. Tatum drives up the middle. They converge on Tatum, and he finds the open man in Jermontre Young, but Jermontre gets it swatted out of there, and it's Peoria Manual ball here. There's Pee Wee Brown, and I don't know how many steps they're going to allow, but at least 3. Manual takes the lead, 55-54. And there he is, just when you think, oh, Urbana lost the lead. Jermail Young is there to get it back. 57-55 ball game. Young's got 19. Tatum's got 19. They lead the Tigers. Here comes Brown. He misses. The big man's there to get the rebound, and putting it back is Josh Ivory for the Manual Rams. We're knotted up at 57. 6:49 left to play here in the fourth. This might come down to the wire. Back and forth action all night long here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium, Judge Green Court on the Tigers Media Network. Chris Cross inbounds it to Tatum with the pressure on. Tatum now bringing the ball up court. He's got some good ball handling moves. He kicks it off. Outside shot. In and out. Not going there for Mario Turner. Foul watch for Urbana. Tatum's got 3. Turner's got 3. 6:24 left to play here in the fourth. No one with 3 fouls currently on the court for Peoria Manual. Pee Wee Brown's got 2. So no one in real foul trouble as of yet. Should be a good, clean game down to the end. A big block there. Hamilton says, get that out of my house. And here comes the Tigers. I think that one I was going to say, I thought that one was broken up by Peoria Manual. It sailed over there into Steve Waller land. So Tiger basketball. Chris Cross on the corner, gets it into Tatum. Tatum with a nice crossover. He's going to get called for the travel. He was looking for that pass early on, and the ball just stayed with him. Did you teach him that crossover, Natasha?
No.
5:44 left to play here in the fourth. 57-57 ball game at the O. Pee Wee Brown kicks it over to the far side. Jermail Young hails it in for Urbana. He feeds it off to Turner, and Turner's headed to the line. So junior Mario Turner with a chance to give Urbana back the lead. with a couple of foul shots, and he does it on the first one. Missing the second, but he rolls in the loose ball. They give it over to Tatum. Tatum misses on the three. So Urbana with a 1-point lead now. Ivory with another bucket to send him into double digits and to give Peoria Manual the lead, 59-58. Jamel Young with the ball, directing traffic on the far side. Whistle there, and it will be Rams basketball. Brown coming up the court. Foul on the floor. They're going to call that one on Chris Cross. And taking it out of bounds for Peoria Manual is Myreese Bird. Bird gets it underneath to Brown, but they call a holding on Tatum. So that's Tatum's fourth foul. He's got to watch himself here as we get down to the wire. 4:32 left to play. Tigers trail by 1. That one's intercepted by Jermel Young. And Tigers were off to score at the hoop, but a foul called there. That's going against Brian Tyler. First time we've called his name tonight. Tyler, a junior at Manual High School. Chris Cross delivers it to the backcourt, finds Jermel Young. Young setting up the Tigers offense here. 4:26 left to play in this one. Here's Chris Cross. Look for him to keep it. Oh, he finds himself in trouble. He's going to need a bailout and finds it in Hamilton. Hamilton, turnaround, jumper, no good. Rolando Brown feeds it over to Bird, and Bird finds the big man down low. That's Josh Ivory. He's got 12. Joshua Ivory listed at 6'7". Jermel Young steps back, short on the three. Hamilton in for the rebound. There's Tatum. Will he get it to go? No. Hamilton with another rebound. He gets that swatted away, but foul on Peoria Manual. So some really good effort there by Hamilton. And, you know, we talk about Bryson Tatum, we talk about Chris Cross, and even Jermel Young here tonight. But what's it mean to have a supporting cast members such as Hamilton?
Good. Very good.
Hamilton's been big here tonight and throughout the season here for the Tigers. He had a big game not too long ago, so good to see him with some solid play here tonight at home. 3:29 left to play here in the fourth. Peoria Manual by 3, 61-58 ball game. Tigers have had a couple of stops. They need to get something going on the offensive end of things. And another foul called, and picking up his fourth foul is Mario Turner. Sends them into the bonus, so going to the line is Rolando Brown. Brown sinks the first one. And knocks down the second one as well. So now a 5-point deficit for the Tigers. 3:14 left to play. They trail 63-58. Tatum feeds it over to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for help. I don't think he dribbled yet. He was out in an uncomfortable territory there near the three-point line. And they call a foul on the floor there. It goes against Amarian Bird of the Rams. So a 1-on-1 situation here for Bryson Tatum. Tatum looking to break that 20-point threshold. He's got 19 on the night. And more importantly, get the Tigers back in this ball game. They had the lead coming into the fourth quarter, but have not held on to it. He knocks down the first one. Tigers within 4. And he's good for the second one as well. Timeout, Urbana Tigers. They're going to want a full one here. And with 2:54 remaining, a 3-point ball game, the Tigers trailing. What do you think Coach Verdell Jones is telling his team over there in the huddle?
You got 2 minutes and 54 seconds. You better play hard. You got to.
There you go, Natasha. You might have a coaching future. As the band chimes in. And not too sure how many of you have been out to Oscar Adams Gymnasium, but we sit half court on the south side of the building, and the band is right next to us. So I'm glad they're good because they're certainly loud, but we can enjoy them as well. A good job by the Urbana High School band here tonight and every night here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium for boys basketball season. There's apparently a raffle, huh? Is that what Stillwell was reading off? Why did you get me any raffle tickets?
No, I didn't get none.
All right, guess I'm going home hungry. Mr. Nick Stillwell, the public address announcer, also a teacher here at Urbana High School. Peoria manual ball. Coming up court is Myreese Bird. Bird with the pitch off there of Young, and he loses the ball. Here come the Tigers. They get it to Young. Young down and underneath. He gets the bucket. It's a nice feed there from Turner. Jermil Young's got 21 for the Tigers. And they haven't found an answer yet for Joshua Ivory. He's got 14, and he had his most recent 2 right there. 65-62 ball game. Tigers trail by 3, 2:09 left. Ball's in the hands of Bryson Tatum. Tatum taking it all the way to the hoop, misses, but Hamilton ripping down the rebound. He loses it. Here comes Pee Wee Brown. 2-on-1. Hamilton rushes back. He gets it out of the house. Hamilton with a big block right there. Good effort there, going coast to coast. Hamilton loses it on the offensive side of things, but answers right back defensively. Hamilton goes for another one there. And he makes sure Pee Wee Brown doesn't score, but Ivory gets the ball and lays it up and draws the foul. So possible 3-point play here from Joshua Ivory. It's a 67-62 ball game. 1:34 left to play, and the Rams' Ivory at the line. I tell you what, Ivory did not start this game, but he's come off the bench in a big way. He's got 16 on the night, looking for his 17th. It's no good, it's short. Tigers rushing for a rebound. I'm not too sure who that was out on. Looks like they're gonna call that out on number 10, Marshawn Tolliver, so it will be Urbana High School basketball. And they call a foul on Manuel's Myreese Bird. So Urbana's headed to the line, 1-on-1 situation here for Jermel Young. Big opportunity here for Young. He knocks down the first one. That's what the Tigers needed. They're now down by 4. 67-63, 1:31 left to play here in the fourth at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Jason Liggett joined by Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And 2 for 2 at that trip to the line. Chris Cross applying pressure. All the Tigers applying pressure, but here comes Bird, coast to coast, and he draws the foul on that shot. So some good hustle there from senior guard Myreese Bird of Peoria Manual. So Bird is at the line for a couple of shots. One possession game as of right now, 67-64 in favor of the Rams. And he misses the first one, much to the pleasure of this Urbana fan base. Misses the second one. Hamilton rips down the rebound. He falls out of bounds, gets it to Cross first. Here comes Urbana. Young, floater, no good. Hamilton jumps up to try to grab that rebound, but not able to time it right. So with 1:15 left to play, the Tigers trail by 3. They're applying pressure. And a timeout called by Peoria Manual. There was a little shove off there from Manual to Jermel Young, and I got excited when I heard that whistle. I thought they were going to call offensive foul for sure, but a timeout called by Peoria Manual. 67-64, one possession game here. Manual ball, 1:11 left. Which 1:11 in this with this pace is plenty of possessions, right? The Tigers running back and forth so quickly. You get 3 or 4 opportunities at another basket. And I think if you're Manual in this situation, you probably want to slow the game down.
Yeah.
I will say one of the challenges for Manual is that Urbana has been so stout on the defensive things. If you don't pass the ball, or if you keep the ball around the perimeter, the Tigers will come out and get it.
Yeah.
So taking it out of bounds, the sideline right below us is Myreese Bird. Looks like it might be getting a little chippy down there. Bird says, hey, let's play ball, guys. See if he can find an open man. And that one swatted away by number 23, Mario Turner, for the Tigers. So going to be Peoria manual ball, but they're going to have to take it back at the opposite baseline. So they got a little bit further to go here. Tigers continue to apply pressure, leaving the inbounder open. And he finds Pee Wee Brown. Brown in the backcourt now. Dribbling up slowly, guarded by Jermail Young. He kicks it over to Bird. Bird on the far side. Gets it inside to Tolliver. Tolliver finds the open man, and you've got to watch him. He feeds it back into Bird, and that one's broken up. Tigers get it. Hamilton has it. He sends it over to Bird, and the coach for Peoria Manual is livid on the sidelines. Cross for three. Yes! Go Tigers! Chris Cross! And the ball was still in motion. I couldn't hear any whistles or anything. Chris Cross has brought the O alive. 67-all, 42 seconds remaining. The wait is over.
My boy!
Cross hits a dagger from corner three to get the Tigers back into this one. And Natasha with a 67-67 game. What are you doing if you're Urbana in this situation? It's Peoria manual ball.
Be careful, but you have to play hard. Like, you have to watch fouls, everything. Yeah.
All right, both teams in the bonus. 9 fouls apiece, 67 all. 42 seconds left to figure out who the victor is in this one. Jason Liggett joined by senior Natasha Williams. And we are in for a treat. The Tiger faithful coming alive here on the bleachers. Inbounding this ball is Hangen. Hangen gets it to Bird. Bird looks deep, nobody there. Dribbling up court now is Pee Wee Brown. Tigers coming alive. Myreese Bird dribbling up top, 24 seconds left. Urbana's gonna have to come get this ball. It's a tie ball game. Good defense by the Tigers. 14 seconds now. 67 all. We'll see if Tigers can push an overtime here. That ball is loose. Peoria Rams throw it up. No good. Tigers battling for the rebound. They get it. Time expires. Time expires, and we are knotted up at 67 apiece. And nobody is going anywhere. We are headed to overtime here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium.
They wanted to go overtime. They wanted to go overtime.
Certainly, if you're the home team and you brought this crowd alive, it feels like momentum is on your side if you're the Urbana Tigers. You say they wanted to go to overtime. Certainly in that case they did. They did not need Peoria Manual ruining their fun and scoring on the last play of the game. All right, we're headed to overtime. Rolando Brown has 4 fouls for Peoria Manual. Bryson Tatum has 4 fouls for the Tigers. Mario Turner has 4 fouls for the Tigers. Leading all scorers is number 23, having himself a night, Jermail Young for the Urbana Tigers. Tatum chipping in with 21. Mario Turner has 12. Looking on the other side of the ball, leading their team is number 14, Rolando Pee Wee Brown. He's got 20. Josh Ivory not on the floor right now, but he's got 16. And this place is getting loud, as you can imagine. 4-minute overtime here, 67-67. It's a brand new ball game. Hamilton squaring off against Amarian Bird for the jump. And Hamilton knocks it over to Bryson Tatum. So Urbana with the first possession here in overtime. Verdale Jones says move. And Tatum gets the friendly roll. Luck is on his side. 70-67. I thought that was a 2. They counted a 3. They're motioning 2. I think that's a 2-point. Yeah, 69-67. 3:34 left. Peoria Manual looking to answer right back. And dribbling down the middle was Tolliver. Tolliver kicks it back out. We've got a whistle. And we've got a foul. See who they call that on. I couldn't quite see what
Mario.
It's on Mario. So that one's on Turner. That's his 5th. He fouls out with 12 points, and what an impact on this game for Mario Turner. He'll ride the bench the rest of the way, but get some congratulatory high fives. The Urbana Tiger faithful very thankful for Mario Turner tonight. Brown knocks down the first. Makes it a 1-point ball game here in overtime. 3:19 remaining. Tigers 69, Rams 68. Here's the second one from Pee Wee. He knocks down the second one. We're knotted up at 69. Jermel Young tosses it over to Tatum on the far side. Tatum knocks off the defender. Feeds it underneath the number 14, and with the bucket is Deshaun Sanders for the Tigers. Sanders' 4th point of the evening as he comes in for Mario Turner. So Sanders already making his presence felt right off the bench. 71-69, outside shot for Peoria Manual. He gets it. He's been knocking them down all night. That's Storm Hengen. His 14th point. So 2:42 remaining in overtime. Tigers trail by 1. Here's Hamilton. Kicks it back out to Tatum, and Tatum over to Young. Good defense by the Rams. See if Tatum can answer back. He gets it over to Young. Young, long 3. Runs around, and coming up with the rebound is Chris Cross. Cross throws it in for a couple. And knocking that one out is Hamilton. Hamilton's all over the court tonight. Tigers up by 1, 2:20 left. Storm Hengen going to take this out on the sideline for Manuel. He gets it into Tolliver. Tolliver being guarded by number 14. He gets fouled, and the referee says on the floor, so that bucket's not going to count. It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation. They call that one on Cross, so now Cross in foul trouble. He's got 4 fouls. Tatum still got 4 fouls. Pee Wee Brown on the other side of the ball has got 4 fouls. We've already seen Mario Turner foul out in overtime. 73-72, Tigers lead. All right, good news. That's only Chris Cross's 3rd, as that wasn't his foul. It was Sanders' foul. So Sanders picks up the foul there, and Cross is still at 3. The bleachers begin to shake again. Urbana trying to throw him off his game. It worked the first time. Does not work the second time. 73 all, 2:14 left. Here's Bryson Tatum for Urbana. Screen set there by Hamilton. Tatum for 3. Ruffles around again, and coming up with the rebound again is Sanders. Sanders off the bench gets the bucket to go. 75-73. Peoria reaving his way in there is number 10, Marshawn Tolliver, and Tolliver gets the bucket. 75-75. We're tied up once again. Here comes Tatum and the Urbana Tigers. He slows things down. Some good ball handling moves. He's driving all the way. He goes all the way. Cannot get the bucket. And finding himself underneath there is Hamilton trying to get that loose ball. And it's out of bounds on Hamilton. So will be Peoria Manual ball here with 1:28 remaining. tied at 75 in overtime here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium on the Tigers Media Network. Jason Liggett alongside Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. We appreciate you tuning in. Pee Wee Brown draws cross off, finds the open man. It's Bird for three. Yes. Bird knocks down the three. So Tigers down 78-75, 1 minute remaining. They've got to make something up here. Long three, and the bank is open late on Friday night. Jermail Young, that is a grown man three from Jermail Young. He's been doing it all night. He's got 26. He tied it up again, 78-78, 51 seconds left here in overtime. Well, with Urbana tying it up there, it's going to be a very similar situation. We'll see if Peoria Manual, no shot clock in high school basketball, so we'll see if they want to take the clock all the way down and have the last opportunity here as they did last time. Tigers had some stellar defense at the end of the fourth quarter to send it into overtime. Let's see what Coach Verdell Jones has drawn up here for Urbana. 78-78, overtime at the O. Tigers with a full court press. Bird sends it over to Tolliver. Tolliver now working inside. They get into the big man. Hamilton knocks it out of there. Here comes Jermail Young and the Tigers. He feeds it over. Oh, and off the mark is Sanders. That place would have erupted after that. That was such a big block there from Hamilton. He's been a tremendous force on the court here tonight. 20 seconds left, perhaps the last possession of the game. Peoria Manual. It's tied at 78 in overtime. Pulling up is Bird, and Bird gets it. 9 seconds left. Tigers are going. Down by 2, 5 seconds left. They got to move now if they're going to move. Jermail Young's got to shoot. And Tigers perhaps a little late there calling the timeout. I was surprised that they were going to try to run the ball all the way down there and get something to go. They have called a timeout at 0.2 seconds remaining. I don't know if they're going to add any time to the clock or not. I see the referee over at the scorer's table. We'll see if they add any time to the clock, but I gather they're not going to. They do. They add 1 second, so it's 1.2. Well, they're going to have to get something off quick. You think they can do it?
Yeah.
All right, we're here in overtime. Tigers trail by 2, 1.2 seconds left. It's 80-78 in favor of the Peoria Manual Rams. Coach Verdell Jones has got to use all his magic right here on this play if he wants to come away with a big victory against a very tough Peoria Manual Rams team. Deshaun Sanders going to take this out for the Tigers. Sanders gets it to cross, and that ball knocked away. And that, unfortunately, is how this unbelievable game will end. So the Tigers were down by 3, 67-64. Cross hits a corner 3, and then Urbana has clamped down defense to send it to overtime at 67 apiece. But unfortunately, the Tigers just didn't have enough to get the job done in overtime as Peoria Manual pulls ahead and wins it 80-78. Natasha, your final thoughts on this game?
It was a good game. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, it was a very good game, full of excitement from whistle to whistle. Unfortunately, the Tigers fall by 2. So a tough loss here, but this Tigers team really showed us what they could do here tonight.
Yes.
We are certainly in store for a very good rest of the season here at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. For Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams, I'm Jason Liggett. We'll see you next time on the Tigers Media Network.